Hezekiah and Isaiah's bully. What is a bully? It is a piece of wax. In ancient times, you would have a piece of wax. Some of y'all done seen Game of Thrones. You done seen medieval movies, shows. You would impress it with your name, with your seal. I have this book right here. I want you to read. If you could read what page I want. Here you go. Just read the name of the book and then go ahead and yeah. Make sure you're in front of the mic.
This is page 130 out of Unearthing the Bible. Isaiah the prophet seal, the boule, the boule of Isaiah, a clay boule made from a stamped impression of a signet ring, was excavated in the Ophel area in Jerusalem and appears to refer to Isaiah, discovered in an archaeological layer dating from the 8th to the 7th century BC. The artifact was found in the same context as a boule of King Hezekiah of Judah.
So both of these was found about 10 feet from one another. They were found in an administrative building where important matters were handled. And once they were mattered, you know, the letters that come, they would just throw them out. Let me just remove this real quick. Do we have a piece of paper? There's a piece of paper over there, like a sheet of paper. I'll get one out of this. I'll find one. Let me just demonstrate for y'all how it would go.
I got one right here.
You got one?
Yeah. Okay.
Give it here. Oh, sign Christ. Well, that's what I was gonna do.
Oh,
they come out easily.
No, also you can just write in it.
No, I needed just a sheet of paper. If you could look over there, because I tried to pull. Well, you know what? This will work. This will work. This will work. So if you want to send official business to a king, or you send it through a messenger, right? You would send it through a messenger, or many times you can send it through a raven. You can send it through a bird. So you would roll it up like this, and then you would take that piece of clay to seal it. So you would seal it, and you would stamp that seal with an impression of your name, so people would know that it was official business from whoever it was coming from. And if the seal was broken, they would know that it was tampered with. So this seal was made in a way where if you opened it, you wouldn't be able to put it back. It would be broken. Right. It's similar to how they do with trucks. When they're delivering things, they put seals on the back so that if somebody tampers with, they know that the doors have been opened and something have been changed in the inside, stolen. Well, in this case, information erased or rewritten or changed up in that case. So let's get back to it.
Okay. Discovered in an archaeological layer dating from the 8th to the 7th century BC. The artifact was found in the same context as the boule of King Hezekiah of Judah and 32 others, just outside a building dubbed the Royal Bakery, where administrators of the kingdom could have discarded old letters and their clay seals. This boule, only 1.3 centimeters in diameter, contains the name Isaiah and what seems to be the word prophet in the archaic Hebrew script used during much of the monarchy period. Divided into 3 registers, the top contains an image and a symbol, probably of an animal, while the middle and bottom lines contain text.
When it comes to Hezekiah, it said belonging to Hezekiah, son of Ahaz, king of Judah. Remember, that's when we first hear about Hezekiah in the Bible. He's introduced in the Bible that same exact way, son of Ahaz, right? And Hezekiah's symbol has the Ankh, and it has the flying disc symbol. The Ankh representing what? Life, new life in Egyptology. And we didn't get to that, but Hezekiah became sick and he was healed. The Lord gave him 15 more years on his life. So this Ankh being new life, it could represent that. We don't really know, but we know that our people at this time with Hezekiah, he did have an alliance with the Egyptians in order to fight the Assyrians.
While the middle and bottom lines contain text, although partially broken, most of the letters are preserved, and it appears to read. So I just say the letters are like
Just was highlighted.
okay, belonging to Isaiah the prophet.
Mm-hmm.
It referring to the only attested prophet in Jerusalem from the 8th and 7th century BC, named Isaiah, who was respected spiritual, who was a respected spiritual advisor of King Hezekiah. This would be the first contemporary archaeological evidence yet discovered for Isaiah the prophet. The book of Psalms, chapter 85, verse 11. Truth shall spring out of the earth, and righteousness shall look down from heaven. Yea, the Lord shall give that which is good, and our land shall yield her increase.
The Bible says that truth shall spring from the earth. That's archaeology. That's those things that we've been finding since 1969. We've been saying, "Ooh, look at this! Oh, look at this discovery! Did you know this happened? Did you know they found this? Oh, you say it doesn't exist? You say it never happened? Well, you know they just found some artifacts. Oh, you say Native Indians are not Hebrew? Well, you know in Cherokee country they found the Bat Creek stone with Paleo Ancient Hebrew on it. You know, in Ohio, they found the Ohio Decathlon stone that has the whole 10 Commandments. You know, in New Mexico, they found the 10 Commandments, the Los Lunas stone. The point is that truth is coming out of the earth.
Right.
Archaeology. Oh, you know, they found ancient Hebrew engraved in stones in Puerto Rico. You know, they're wearing the shield of David engraved in their ears in the Mayan artifacts.
Right.
Truth will spring from the earth. You know, they found a structure that is identical to the biblical specifications of Noah's Ark.
Right.
You know, they found shields of David on a first century synagogue in Israel. I'm sorry, not a first century, but a 5th century synagogue in Israel with shield of David decorations. Truth shall spring from the earth.
Right.
Read it from the top again.
Come on. The book of Psalms, chapter 85, verse 11. Truth shall spring out of the earth.
I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, you could have your feelings about the Bible. You could say it's not real. You could say it's fairy tales, but you can't say the people that lived during those time periods that are recorded in secular worldly history are not real. That attests to the authenticity of the Jews. That attests to the authenticity of Jesus Christ.
The book of 2 Kings, chapter 19, verse 8. So Rabshakeh returned and found the king of Assyria warning against Libnah, for he had heard that he was departed from Lachish. Verse 9. And we heard say of Tirhakah, king of Ethiopia, behold, he is come out to fight against thee. He sent messengers again unto Hezekiah, saying.
So you could drop it right there. But Tirhakah, king of Ethiopia or king of Egypt, was in alliance with Hezekiah. Tirhakah is known in Egyptian history by scholars. So you can't say, oh, he didn't exist. The Bible ain't real. Hezekiah didn't exist, but Tirhakah did. When it's written in their history and in the biblical record that he had it's written by the Assyrians. The Assyrians tell you, and what I just pulled up was the Sennacherib prism, where it explains this whole episode. Now, this is the Sennacherib prism.
This is page 130 out of Unearthing the Bible, Sennacherib versus Hezekiah. Annals of Sennacherib, recorded in about 691 BC, document 8 campaigns, including one against the kingdom of Judah. The annals are currently known from 3 different cuneiform prisms: the Taylor prism, the Oriental Institute prism, and the Jerusalem prism.
Now, this is a Assyrian artifact. This is a Babylonian artifact that records what we was reading in the Bible. That records the alliance with Egypt, Hezekiah with Tirhakah, king of Egypt. This is a whole nother nation. This is not even Egyptians that's recording this. Go ahead.
Plus 8 additional fragments from other prisms that have not survived intact. A portion of the translated text states, "As for Hezekiah the Judean, who did not submit to my yoke, I surrounded and conquered 46 of his strong walled towns."
Now, on here, when you read this, Sennacherib is boasting about himself, how he basically destroyed the town, cities, took gold and silver, but he doesn't mention that they never were able to actually conquer Judah. And when you in the Bible, what we'll read later is that the Lord told him through the prophet Isaiah that he will destroy them. And the angel came through at night and killed the host of his military. They woke up and everybody was dead. But in true fashion, when it comes to the ancient kingdoms that took L's from the Israelites, they don't record that in their history.
That's right.
The Egyptians don't record the L they took when Moses led us out of Egypt. We're recorded as being in Egypt, but when it comes to the firstborn of everything dying, that's not written down on the walls of Egypt.
Right.
When you know, it's like, you know, which is like, if you think about yourself, you don't want to talk about the times when you took L's, when you lost. You want to talk about the times when you won.
Right.
That's the same with ancient history. People don't record when they took L's, especially from the Israelites. We can drop it. I just wanted to bring this out. You got a ton of biblical history tonight. I gave you a ton of biblical history that you can go and research and look up yourself. You can enrich your repertoire of historical things that you could speak to other people and tell them about. Or you can battle people with this. People that say the Bible ain't real.
When nowadays I work hard on the job, till I come cross y'all, still like I'm a criminal. Crime and get caught, it could be your first charge. Like, man, you ain't getting the minimum. It go dip, squat, 5-mile run, push, pull, sit up, goddamn, that's strong. Looking at my baby, trying to keep them doing wrong. It's too long before they grow, I can't leave them on their own. They killed Day like he had a 30-day case. The news covering up the story for what they say. It took me